What's up, guys? Welcome to another video with the Love Talk with the Garcons. I am Irvins.
And I am Ann.
And we are the Garcons. Right, here we are. So today's video, we are going to talk about how to set SMART goals.
Not only how to set them, but how to stick to them.
Right.
Okay.
And
not to say that we're experts at sticking to them, but
yeah,
we
it's
try.
hard. It's hard. So this is for us as well. Okay.
It's crazy because I saw somewhere where it said January 1st to January 4th or 5th. There are certain gyms that will bring in extra equipment into their facility because they know that everybody's gung-ho about,
like me,
losing weight and, and just doing it, right? So for the first 4 days, they have people coming in. By the 5th or 6th day, they start to remove the equipment that they brought in.
Taking up space.
Because people just stop. By that time, they're done. They're through with it.
Yeah.
And so goals are hard to keep. They're easy to set because everybody wants to succeed. Everybody wants to have a good life or, accomplish things, period, right? And if you don't set goals, you'll never know what you succeeded at.
So there's this.
No. That was a word, babe.
How?
But you didn't catch it. I had to tell you.
You have to make sure when you're setting goals, they are SMART goals,
not dumb ones.
We're not calling you guys dumb, but SMART is actually an acronym. S.M.A.R.T. And if you're in school or if you've done science projects or business, it's a concept that is universal and it will help out. It will take away some of the frustration as well if the goals that you're setting are SMART.
S. They are specific.
Yeah.
You got to write them down. You can't. Okay, so let's say, for example, because we're on a weight loss journey.
Yep.
I can't just say I want to lose weight.
Yeah.
I got to say I want to lose 35 pounds. Yeah. Okay. I'm being specific about how much weight I want to lose. Or let's say you want to find a new job. You can't just say, I'm going to send out my resume, right? Yeah. You may want to be
you need to identify the field that you want to go into.
That's number one.
What are your skills?
Number two.
What is your experience? What is your educational background?
What are some exact places or you are going to send your resume to, or how many places you're going to send your resume to, right? Being specific about what those goals are.
Yeah, and what needs to be accomplished in order for you to meet the goals. So you have these be specific. Who's responsible for it and what steps you need to take to achieve it. So that makes it very, very specific. M is measurable. You have to be able to measure your goal. So that means is you want to put a number on it. Okay. So, for example, what I tell my students at school, they might have a SMART goal to get better grades, right? That's too broad. So they want to say, I want to get better grade in social studies. That's a class I'm struggling with. That's a specific part. And the measurable part is I want to go from a 65 average to a 70 average or 75 average. So you're going to be very specific. You want to put a measure and a number on it.
So let me go back to losing weight, right? Okay. I want to lose 35 pounds. This is not what I want to lose, but let's, for example, I want to lose 35 pounds. That's my specific, part of my SMART goals, right? Now the measurable part is, I want to lose 2 pounds per week. Would that be a good measure?
Yeah.
So I'm measuring out those goals by telling.
Put a number on it.
Putting a number.
Like when you quantify your goals, and I borrowed some for somewhere. When you quantify your goals, it'll allow you to actually be able to track it. Right? So for Anne's example, let's say she want to lose 35 pounds, which she doesn't need to. Look at this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So she's able to get on the scale and see what the progress she's making. So she's quantifying the goals that she set for herself. The A is, some people have had different wording. If you look it up, that you probably see people say a lot of different things for like attainable, or adaptive or achievable. So for the adaptive one, I like it. I like the adaptive one because, let's say for instance, she said, and again going back to my wife's example, let's say what did you say about how much weight you want to lose every week?
About 2 pounds per week.
Let's say she wanted to lose 2 pounds per week, and maybe this week she only lost 1. So she has to adapt it to see, okay, what do I need to do to change things around in order for me to meet that particular goal. So I lost 3 pounds this week because I did something extra. So let me include that in my routine in order for me to be successful.
Next letter is R.
R.
Make sure that they're realistic.
Like my student can say I'm going to go from 65 to 100. It could happen, but it might not.
But let's use my case. Let's use my case. I can't just say I want to lose 35 pounds and I'm going to lose 10 pounds a day.
That's crazy.
That's not realistic, right? You want to make sure that you want to set something that's realistic so you don't set yourself up for failure either.
But I have seen people use R for relevant as well. And by relevant, basically what they're asking is, doing this step is to evaluate why is a goal important to you in the first place.
Yep. And T, time bound. There has to be an end time. Like you can't.
Or time attached to it. By when do you want to accomplish this? But that's when
imagine somebody not having a time. Yeah. So like we know couples who want to purchase a house, right? Like what being specific. I would like to purchase a house where. Brooklyn, is it Queens, is it Long Island, is it Jersey, is it Connecticut, right? Measurable. Like that would be a number, right? I want something in the range of 500,000 to 600,000, right? Adaptive. If I go out and I see certain places that are not within my range, I have to be able to adjust, you know, and say, okay, maybe that was we were lowballing it, or maybe we're just a little too high, right? So that's adjusting. Realistic. I want to buy this house. I ain't got no money, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be realistic. Okay, can you afford that house that's $1 million? If that's not realistic for your budget, that's not realistic for, it's realistic for God, because nothing is too hard for God. Amen.
But we need to be practical people as well. Have faith and be practical.
Let me just preach real quick, though.
You're saying the last one.
And then time bound. It could be.
Like, no goal should go on to infinity. Right?
Time bound. Like,
I want to lose 30 pounds. By when? Whenever it happens. Smart goals.
So think smart, not dumb. That was good. Let's do it together. So, thinks. 1, 2, 3. So, I gotta say so. 1, 2, 3. So.
Think smart.
Come on, babe. You did that on purpose. Go. Thinks.
You didn't say so.
Because you played. So, think smart, not dumb. This is